All right, welcome Indian Creek families to our first video in a series of videos to help support you as a family get ready for your child to take the Iread test. This video is intended for our students in second and third grade this year, but it applies to any student who needs to take Iread this coming school year, and this is for the 24-25 school year. Thank you for joining us. Like I said, this is the first of multiple videos that will be sent to you to watch with your kiddo. And we do want you to watch it with your child so you both are on the same page of what to expect on the test, what we're doing here at school to get your child ready for the Iread test, and what you can do at home to help your child get prepared. So this should be a short video. Let's get through it real quick, and this is just kind of an introduction to what to expect. Iread video series, like I said, we're going to cover what's on the test, what you can do at home, and then what we're doing here at Indian Creek. And the goal of that is so that you're speaking the same language as us, so your child knows what's going on, and then so you're fully aware of what's happening here at school. I want to make sure you follow along. We're going to be sending home QR codes that you can scan with your phone, and you can watch these videos on your phone, or you can simply subscribe to the Principal Kemper YouTube channel and even ring that bell and get alerts for when I post these upcoming videos. So make sure you either subscribe or send these QR codes home. Now, when we send those QR codes home, students who get those QR codes signed and returned to Indian Creek will get a prize. And then we're also going to get also have any signed QR codes put into a raffle, and they'll win bigger prizes. So kids will get prizes for watching these videos about Iread. So what is Iread and what's the big deal? Well, Iread is a test that your students are going to be taking this year. In fact, it's broken up into 3 sections. Some of your students took it last year. It's 3 parts. The first part is really about foundational reading skills. So like the beginning, middle, and end of sounds, synonyms, antonyms, homophones, homographs, multiple meaning words, prefixes, and suffixes. So we're going to be working on that with our students, but it's also a big chunk of it, 2/3 of it is comprehension. One part is nonfiction comprehension and fiction comprehension. So during these videos in this school year, we're going to be breaking these sections down and telling you what we're doing here at school for each section and what you can do at home to help each one of these sections so your child passes all 3. But the big reason we want to make sure you're a part of this is the legislation that just passed this last legislative section, the Senate Act number 1 from 2024. It prohibits 3rd grade students from being promoted to 4th grade if they do not pass. Now, there are some exceptions, but I'm not worried about exceptions right now. My goal for Indian Creek is to make sure that we don't have any students that get held back because of a test, all right? Because of this test, it should not determine whether or not we need to hold a child back. That should be a parent's decision, not a test decision. But I digress. I do want to make sure that every family in 2nd and 3rd grade is fully aware that this starts this year, that your child has to pass this test. Now, 2nd graders, you're taking it for the first time. You do not have to pass in 2nd grade, but you have to pass in 3rd grade to take it, to move on to 4th grade. Now, what do I mean by that? You're going to be taking it as a 2nd grader for the very first time in March, and that's it. Once you take it in March, the school will get the data, and that'll give us a heads up on what we do next. We can provide intervention for the child, and we can even provide them help throughout the summer to get them ready for 3rd grade. 3rd grade is when it's critical that you are fully aware. 3rd grade, they take it, students will take it in March, and then if they do not pass it in March, they get a second chance. They'll get to take it in June. And then, like in years past, we've had Jumpstart. This year, we probably won't have Jumpstart, but we'll be offering some sort of support throughout the month of June so that at the end of June, students can take it again. And we've been very successful of getting students to pass in June that didn't in March. And then students in grades, we're moving on, grades 4, 5, and 6, they will also have to continue taking this test until they pass it, whether they pass it in March or in June, okay? But once you pass it, you're done. You do not take Iread more than once after you passed, okay? Key conversations, I'm kind of going into a little bit of what you can do at home, but just some key words you want to make sure you're aware about. Win groups. Ask your kid, what's your win group? How are your win groups going? Some students have win groups for reading. Some students have win groups for math. Some students have win groups for both. So make sure you ask your child what win groups they're in and talk to them about it. Tell me what you're doing in that win group. Let me know how it's going. Some of the other words hopefully you hear from your child include Orton Gillingham or OG. Hopefully your child's talked to you about that in OG in 1st and 2nd grade. SRA is a new one that starts in 3rd grade. So if you hear SRA, that's a good thing. That means they're in a foundational reading program. even UFly, so UFLI, UFly, or even 95% is another one. Those are all specific foundational reading programs that we provide our students to help them pass specifically that first section of the Iread test, okay? Next part, I want to jump into some of the goals. The two big goals we have is students meeting their stretch goal in Iread and attendance. So let's talk about that. All students are responsible, and talk to your kids about this. This is the part I want you parents to be aware of. Parents, please be aware. This is students in all grade levels. We want all students at Indian Creek to meet their stretch goal. Now, students take Iread 5 times a year. They took it in August. They're going to take it 4 more times this year. And we want to watch their score grow. They have this paper in their folder at school, their data folder at school. And every time they take it, they will color in how many points they grew from the beginning of the year. Please talk to your student about what their score was in August and what their goal is for the end of the year. After October, December, and March, ask them, how much have you grown? And make sure they're continuing to show growth. Another goal that we have is students got to be here. Champions show up. We only have 180 days of school. Let me say that again. We only have 180 days. We need your child here 180 days, as many days as possible, and we need them here by 7:45. Some of our interventions and some of our groups don't start till 7:45, and if kids don't get here till 8 o'clock, they miss a group. They don't get here 8:30, 9 o'clock, they miss instruction. We can't afford to have a child not pass this test because they didn't show up. Let's give our kids a fair chance by having them come to school each and every day. So champions show up. You want to have less than 10 absences and be here as many times as you possibly can. And then the last couple tips I have for you is just make sure you're on Parent Square. Make sure you have the app. I know the notifications are a lot. I have 3 kids in this district. I get it. The notifications are a lot. Please, please, please have Parent Square and stay connected with your teachers. And that's really all I got for you guys for now. Please make sure you subscribe. If you watch this video, be sure to sign the QR code for your student. They'll get a prize just for watching this. And that ticket, that QR code, will go into a raffle and we'll pull even bigger prizes for watching multiple videos. So the more videos you watch, the better chance you have at winning raffle prizes. So thanks for watching this. Look forward to more Iread series videos. Hopefully you learned something about the test and you can help get your child prepared to pass that test. Have a great evening, guys.